Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Total War Rome 2 Divide et Impera as Rome. We're picking up where we left off in the previous episode, having just been raided by the Illyricavones. Raided might be the wrong term, I suppose they're raiding right now. They did a full-on assault of Arretium and sacked it, looting it, taking the spoils. Quite the embarrassing defeat, I would say, for multiple reasons. Lore-wise, if we were following the story of our empire here, or our fledgling republic, you know, we cut a deal with them. They waged war on us across the ocean while they were in Iberia, and then they set sail. We thought, hey, we're not going to see them for quite a while. What's the big deal? We noticed them just off the island of Corsica, and we're like, well, maybe we should react to them. We brokered a peace deal, and thought it was pretty weird. They paid us for peace, they're the ones who just waged war. I remarked multiple times it was quite weird. Anyways, what happens 1-2 turns later, something like that? Within the year, anyway. They land, and they attack. Just like that. So, good job, Illyricavones. They caught me off guard, but we have Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio Asina, I want to say. Let's see if I got that right. Yes. Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio Asina here, defending Rome. You know, just stationed there as a governor, sort of. So he has the ability now to raise some units. We're going to go up there. We got very lucky. I mean, they didn't take the town. Don't know why. They just took the spoils. I mean, it's a lot of money for them, and they're just going to be raiding here, so it's just money. But logically, you'd be like, you need to get the hell out of there now, or take it if you plan on doing so. You could argue, like, well, why would they take it? They know they can't hold it. That's fair, but they should get out of there. They've got Death Wish. So what we got in front of us here is the Italian mercenary swordsman. We also have Etruscan mercenary spearmen and Samnite hired riders. Gonna go with three of these and one of these, so kind of expensive mercenaries, but at least we get to just deploy. Probably should have just raised them up here, actually thinking about it, but we're in range of our town, so we should be able to defend it if it all goes south. So I think we'll be fine. They might be able to make their way around and down to Arminum, but we'll see. I think it'll be okay. And we'll just give ourselves a couple extra Italian swordsmen, maybe with some velites. I don't mind spending the money. We can just disband these people back into the population anyway, if they're not really needed. So we'll see how it all goes. All right, so that's hopefully sorted. We dealt their fleet a decisive defeat outside of Carolus with Governor Marcus Junius Brutus, I want to say. Yeah, so he's a governor. We set sail from Taurus, and I never switched out the admiral, so he kind of has to go back there eventually. He doesn't have to go back there right now, but eventually. Kind of want to stay lingering around to see if we can deal with any straggler fleets that might pop up. And remarkably, Lucius Papirius Cursor, our main admiral, he's actually able to reach the town of Ars, which is where the Illyricavones are located. So yeah, I think we'll just sail over there and see what's going on. He can handle himself no matter what comes his way. As long as we're at sea, he should be safe enough. Yeah, the town of Ibosim. There they are. Now, they don't look like they've got very much. Can we attack? No, we're slightly out of range. Okay, we'll just wait. Maybe we'll attack next turn, just see. You know, if we could even just get in there, land a few of the assault quinqueremes and take the town, we could liberate it and get an ally on our side. So that'd be kind of nice. You know what, I'm being a bit indecisive. I think I will send this guy back as a governor. We'll start looking for the next candidate to hop on the fleet, because our Imperium level went up, so we could actually do that. Yeah, so here's the family tree with the gens Cornelia, Junia, and Papiria. There's only 3 here, but there's technically 4, I think. I don't know. Maybe her gravitas isn't counting towards it. She's definitely married to Strabo, so normally that would mean they pop over. That's what happened kind of in this situation. So, well, kind of. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but normally I would have expected her to go there. Maybe there's something that I'm not thinking about, but I am thinking that maybe we should bolster them. So if we go higher politicians, we have gens Junia and Papiria. Public order +2, local province. Public order 1, 5 from culture. Yeah, it's not really that relevant. Let's get Medulinius Navius Fullo. Right, he's going to be preparing to be a little admiral, all of his own. He's in the Papiria clan, so that's good, because that's where we have Cursor. Alright, cool. I wish we could see a family tree for each of them, you know? It makes me feel like, think of Imperator Rome, where you could kind of do that. Anyways, right, so this guy, he needs to be raised as an admiral in Taurus, just to get ready for the transfer. He'll take over the fleet then, and then we'll leave the governor behind. That's at least the plan. Because he's got all the traits and stuff for that. So here he is. Medalinus. Raising fleet. And we'll just go with something cheap-ish. Little trireme. That's fine. 600, 300 upkeep for that one. The other ones are a bit more expensive. You just stay there. You'll be fine. And you'll, you could start recruiting now, actually, thinking about it. Do we need more fleet stuffs? I suppose it's got a little bit of money. Maybe a couple extra ships. Maybe a couple triremes. Assault triremes. How many men are on each ship? 140 on the quinqueremes. Oh, it's tempting. Yeah, we have to get with them. Go with 2 of them. Maybe 2 missiles then as a compliment. And then probably... Oh, do we have that supply ship, actually? We don't. Now's a good time to get that, I suppose. So we'll go Classiarii and then a supply ship, and that's it. Alright, nice. Okay, so... Turning our attention towards Africa, of course, we just also won a battle here. And Carthage are now licking their wounds. I guess they didn't move. Or if they did, I can't remember. But they are where they are. We could go for them right now, actually. With Legio 4 defenders. I'll tell you what, I can't think of a name for these guys. We could call it just Africa. Dafrica. It's good enough for me. They weren't raised here, but their primary focus is here. I was going to switch Brutus over, so he was going to take over this legion from Strabo. Strabo can hang back, replenish the troops, and he'll come out as a secondary force. I think I'm fine with that. Strabo, or Brutus is still quite young, so it makes sense doing this. So literally, we're just going to grab everybody, and grab everybody here, and just do a big old transfer. Right, and now we've got the movement range with the good general to go all the way over there, and Strabo can just stay here. And if they can't reach me, which I don't think they can, we could actually do patrol stance just to gain a bit of public order in this place and settle our upkeep a little bit. So before we go out to fight that, because I might actually have to fight it out, they look like a decent little amount of troops. Like, I'm sure auto-resolve will be in our favor, but we'll have a look, I guess. But might want to fight it out just to minimize casualties, just to keep the push going. Speaking of the push, we have Legio 3 Sicily here with Agrippa. He'll be ready to go to Capsa momentarily. He's actually in patrol stance right now. And then we have Lucius Julius Libo down here, not currently replenishing. So the temptation was to go to war with Igarmen, which is the Garamantians, for these 2 towns here. Very tempting indeed. So I'm going to orientate my camera. This would be the correct orientation. Right. Yeah, very tempting in some ways. It's not like there's anything great there, but it's just to get rid of something that's behind me. And I think Egypt are at war with them, Pergamon are at war with them. So someone else might be creeping up behind me. However, I'd rather keep the all-out assault on people we are at war with rather than dragging someone else. But gut instinct is telling me they're just going to, as soon as we leave, they'll flip and just attack us. But I'm going to risk it. I just wanted to voice that concern. I'm still going to make the choice, and I can look back and say, oh, I told you so, but I'm committing to the choice, and I'll own up to my mistake if it becomes one. So Primus Inter Pares, Lucius Julius Libo, he's making the decision, I guess. He's leaving LPQY behind and Euphranta, and he's going to try and merge up with the Sicily army, and that way they can attack the walled settlement of Capsa together, while the other 2 legions are in the north pushing along the coastline. Backed up by Cursor as well. Actually, he can help at Iole. Alright, that's the plan. Little all-out assault there. If you have a look at our building, everything's being redeveloped here in Africa. We also wanted to go with a, what's it called, auxiliary barracks here, but I realize we really do want the industrial farm. That's much more important. So at Thapsus, which is probably easier to defend rather than these towns that are further down, we could delete this building, the Stationus Vigilum, which gives us public order, lowers banditry, hinders growth actually, lowers upkeep for all land units. As long as we're there. And it bolsters some of the population. It's actually not bad, but I don't want to get rid of the resource buildings. They're too good. Euphanta's the only one without resources, I think. Okay then, I changed my mind. Sorry for being flip-flopping all over the place. Could get rid of the farm here. Go with the auxiliary barracks or the medicus. The farm... Let's get rid of the farm. I don't know. I'm not confident in any of those choices. Part of me thinks that auxiliary barracks in the main town would be good too, but we'll do it here. So at Euphranta, auxiliary barracks. If that goes offline though, against Egypt, it's the closest one to Egypt, and then we wouldn't be able to recruit. So it's like, don't know. Anyway, what can you do? That's what we're committing to, I suppose, for now. I think the safest option would be building here, or building in LPQY, but we kind of need the food. I want the resource. I want the fishery. It's the yellow buildings that I could really afford to get rid of, and I'm choosing not to, I suppose, because I want to bolster population and other things. I say these things out loud, trying to talk myself into it. I'm changing my mind one more time. Okay. Because of the proximity to Egypt, I'll rebuild... Actually, grain pits would be great, because that'll extend the supply line further out. Let's do that. Not as much food, but it extends supply further in. Good for replenishment, so at least if we're down there, maybe that'll help. What else does it do? Is the population good? Yeah, it is, actually. Yeah, okay, that's the more logical thing. Okay, cool. And then at Thapsus, we're going to get rid of the building that actually hurts regional income, hurts growth, gives us other benefits, but we'll get rid of that. Build an auxiliary barracks. It's next to Carthage. Not that it matters too much, but just so that I'd be less worried about us losing it. Anyway, that was a long-winded explanation. Let's get the gameplay moving forward. Jesus. All right. Our governor is leveled up. What could we give him? Upkeep for all land units and local armies, 9% land recruitment cost reductions. That's brilliant for him in Rome. Lowered banditry, lowered construction costs. That's also brilliant. Lowered industrial building or agricultural costs. Is there anything for... Ooh, food and growth. Oh, yes, I need growth here, actually. Growth is kind of low, and we want to get to this. Now, I could start, replenishing these buildings. I think I will. So that'll just be one turn each. That is bizarrely 11 turns, which I have no idea why it would be that bad. Why is it that bad? If we just converted it, or dismantle it down a level, we could just build it back up a level within 11 turns, thus fixing that problem. That's weird. I mean, it's going to lower our population a bit, but not that bad. Wow, negative 62 public order. Are you kidding me? What the hell happened there? Conquest next turn only. Nobody's conquested anything. Conquest means you conquered it. They sacked it. Jeez. Alright. At least that's my understanding of the word conquest. When you're hovering over occupy, it says, oh, next turn, conquest, one turn only. But when you click sacking and loot, you don't get that. Anyway, I suppose you wouldn't... Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say, you don't really see the public order if you're not going to be the one owning it. Let's go for this army. So, Brutus, now on the north coast of Africa. Magna Graecia, Legio 2. Let's go. Let's see what kind of situation he has. Oh, they just backed away. Of course. We're not that far from being able to get them, actually. I could just hop back into home territory. Yeah, let's just do it to be safe. Alright. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty much it. We could move... No, I'll keep the spy here. Ooh, something else we could actually do is move the governors in. Get them ready. So that'll hurt the public order in Africa a little bit, but it'll prepare the province of Numidia now for the cultural onslaught that we're going to be bringing their way. If we check here, what's the cultural situation actually? It's 37% gaining 2% even after we moved out. There are other benefits here, plus we have armies that are going to be spreading culture a little bit. Plus, we have Romanization on, so that's good. And the next temple will be done in 8 turns. Quite a long time to go. Alright, I think that's it. Sorry for taking a little while. It's good to get re-familiar with all these things. I haven't sat down to play in a little bit. Diplomatically, Epirus still don't want to trade, I assume?
Welcome, welcome. In a spirit of Olympian hospitality, I welcome you and will listen with care.
Nope. Money is kind of low. We're building up the fleet. 11,000 from Latium. It's not too bad, actually. Everywhere's gaining public order except Latium, but we know why that is. Alright, happy enough with this. Let's end the turn. Conflict of the Orders. I feel like we just had this, but maybe it's a different type of thing. The plebs claim they're paying too much tax. Across the city, work slowly grinds to a halt as they demand the taxes be lowered. The situation cannot persist. They might be right. We will reduce taxes for a while and see how it goes. They pay too much, well, they'll pay even more now. Or make a speech. Honeyed words on a silver tongue always do the trick. Or wait it out. Don't agree with that one. I wouldn't mind decreasing taxes for... Obviously, it's not actually going to decrease taxes. It'll give us a modifier probably that will lower our income. But that'll probably go away. So, sure. We're in a position right now where I'd rather just keep everybody happy, keep the public order high. Legal institutions. You've completed technological advancements. Legal institutions. Looks like it would be in here. Nope, that's construction. Philosophy. There it is. Extra loyalty for all political parties. Plus 6. 4% tax rate. 2% or 2 public order. And negative 5 empire maintenance. Good job, Darren. Picking that one. That was really needed, actually. The next one over, also good. 21 turns, 700 gold. Negative 8 empire maintenance. I kind of feel like I'll just go straight for that. I know it's a long ways before we get anything, but we're doing just fine with everything else. Military's good, you know. All good. Really, the thing that's hurting me, even this early on, is still like the Empire maintenance is taking so much of our income, so to get a further 8% back would be really, really nice. I mean, it must be in the tens of thousands that we're losing to it. Faction destroyed. The Cilician pirates encourage populace. Africa has unseasonal conditions. A warm summer. Doesn't sound too unseasonal, but I guess it's... Hey, yeah, it's actually a good thing. Okay. 10% wealth from agriculture, increased morale, extra replenishment, and public order. Perfect. Love it. Construction report. Oh, right. So our food projects have all taken shape. So we did this many turns ago. I think 10 turns ago now. So Roma has become commercial. A commercial Roma, a Roman small town in Arminum. Panormus has got its level 3 as well. So they're both fishery type villages. We have the Olives town and then the small town in Acragus in Sicily. So these were all focused on specifically because they provide back more food. So our food has shot up. We're up to 38 now, so that worked. All right, let's deal with the Illycrivones. Our units have all recruited. We'll just attack like this. The town is repaired. They're running off like cowards. Was it worth it? I mean, maybe. They probably got like 10 grand from it. Gnaeus Cornelius Asina Scipio. That's it. I just said it in the wrong order. All right, nailed him. Literally. Kill captives. And we can use that leveling up to just make him a better governor. In fact, you can actually make his army now better. Like sitting army. Garrison auxiliary. Auxilia. And then frontier garrison, extra public order and morale. Yep. Campaign movement range. Sure. It doesn't really matter because we're going to disband the majority of the army anyways. So we'll say, see you later. They'll go back into the pool out here. We're making over 11,000 now. That's what I'd like to see. Money has come back up quite nicely. You can hop back in as governor. And it went up a further little extra bit, which is nice. Great. Okay. Now, the fleet has recruited. We're still not quite in range. We're almost in range. Just go to about there, and we could do a little exchange. How many turns at sea do you have? 6. You're fine then. Let's do an exchange. Hang on, actually. So the governor needs to be left on his own. Yeah, so you guys stay there. Yep. Cool. So as a governor, you can go back. As a fleet, you can head out. Nice. All right, that's reorganized. Okay, so with all this extra food, actually, we can start planning. Well, this is under heavy redevelopment, obviously. We'll build that Field of Mars now. So we're going to go for an auxiliary camp, which will give us access to some of these units. Then these ones. What do we have? I don't recognize any of these. Barber Light Auxiliaries. African Auxiliary Spearmen. I'm going to be honest, not seeing anything terribly good. What are these guys? Numidian Cavalry, actually. They'll be great. Libyan Infantry. Dogs. War Dogs. Numidian Slingers, which are okay. Where do we get the Balearic Slingers? I think they're over in Iberia or on the islands, right? I assume so. What about if we go all the way down to the 4th chain? Do you get anything unique? Veteran African Auxiliary Spearmen. Well, that's quite a ways away. Okay, cool. Anyway, just good to see what we're going to get. Right, so Libo's here. We want one more turn of replenishment, if possible, so we'll just hang around on the border. Move you up also. So you guys are together. So we have a full stack in there. Another army recruiting. A Carthaginian general fleeing. We have 2/3 stack there. Half stack here. That's obviously damaged. We can isolate them and go for them again. And then we have Strabo that can come up the rear. Yeah, let's try and move forward. See if we can knock them out. I was surprised they could run away. Oh, we can still get them though. We don't mind going deeper and deeper. It would feel like an ambush doing that, but it looks okay. We'll just auto-resolve this. I think it'll be fine. We'll do a protective stand. Actually, just do balanced. Good night. Pretty close to Isle. Could go for that. It's all part of the same province, actually. If we feel like our boy Strabo can handle taking that other town himself. Enslave, please.
You have further orders?
Right, so you're deep in enemy territory. We could go there. It's only 1 turn away. I think it probably would be worthwhile. It seems undefended. We could bring the navy up, actually. Forget Illycrivones. Bring the navy up. Besiege. Oh yeah, we'll be passing by Ibosim again. Yeah, okay, so you can't quite take it yourself because the garrison's quite large. We might be able to if I really micromanage the battle myself, but why risk it? Brutus will be here next turn. Strabo, on the other hand, can you take this place yourself? Maybe. Once you've leveled up, you still have the Brutian infantry. You know, they're getting a little bit weak now, I would say. Those aren't the best troops anymore. But let's just pop you into fortified stance somewhere here, and then you can just walk up. Governors is here, able to deploy. And Spy can go through this bit now again, just to keep an eye on what's going on. Alright, everything looks good to me. Yep, replenishing, all good. So the unified sort of western front, or the push into the west of Africa now, is working from our perspective. Is ready to go ahead. No attack from the Garamantians as of yet. They're moving along the road from here down to the east. So, okay. What else do we have in the event? Units that were created, that's all good. Enemy army retreating, no problem. Money is shot up to 16,000 here in Rome. It's incredible. So we deleted the town, we need to level it back up. And what else could we level up now? Let's level up the cities, I guess. So Syracuse is an agricultural focus. So I know that it goes from fortified to commercial to Syracuse. So really just between these two, I need to see if there's any benefit to agriculture. So 16% wealth from all sources. And this says 12% wealth from all sources. Population class 0.7% growth, 1, 2, and third class. This is 1% for third class and 0.5 for the other two. This gives you research rate. This gives you more research rate. So there's actually not much commerce here, really. I know it is still from all sources, but for the sake of 4% commerce, I'd rather get the research, actually. So I think I'll go with this one. It's -6 food. It's less food consumption as well, which is actually good. Alright, so the standard Syracuse, please. It's going to take 10 turns. We could do the same for Taurus. Taurus actually has a bit more of a commercial bent to it. Because it's got olive oil, and then here it's got like farms. Although not really. Let's just do normal then as well. Ooh, actually it's different here because it's Roman. A Latin rights colony. A Romanized provincial capital, or an allied capital. A friend of the people of Rome, the city belongs to an allied people and thrives from commerce and tribute. A center of Roman government with a propraetor and other magistrates. Proprietor, is it? And the city is being set apart from the normal domains with special rights. A Latin rights colony. Well, let's just do the standard one. Romanized provincial capital. Let's bring them into the fold. I'm just doing it more from the theme rather than even what the benefits are. Carolus, the same could be done here. It doesn't need to be fortified, and it's definitely not big enough for commerce, so that's fine by me. We should have access now, I think, to even better troops. Although we might have to wait for the next reform, thinking about it. Yeah. Alright, well, looks good to me. Public order is actually stalled in Rome for now. We do have commercial stimulation active. It's tempting to run bread and games to get growth up. Because we've got a lot of money. We've got free slots here. You know, we've got 4 slots total left. You don't get the 6th one in Rome because it's dedicated to, like, ports. But there is no port, so it is what it is. Diplomatically, how are we looking on things? So our enemies are all in the west. Greece are still happy enough with our couple of allies out there. Arch Bosphorus, could we start trading with you?
I am honored to receive this embassy, and will listen with interest to all you have to say.
A little Greek colony in the distance. Let's see if we can get some money out of them. 1,800, please. No. Okay, well.
Gold is usually offered in payment of service. We are not your...
Wow, okay.
I had hoped you thought better of us.
There you go, 600. They brought me down pretty significantly.
We have an agreement, and I'm sure I have some decent Cyprian wine around here somewhere.
Just checking the list to see if there's anyone we've really missed. Not really. Okay, so we do have a spy up here, actually, that was kind of circling the Black Sea. Let's keep going around. Thinking about it, can we make another spy now and stuff? No, still 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2. We could, ooh, we can make another governor. I missed that. Absolutely, should get on that right now. So what's our second most profitable region? Well, actually, maybe sticking them in Africa would help. Just the all-out assault we've got going on for culture and stuff, right? Culture +2 conversion. Well, you're the man. What's your name? Servius Arminius Rufus. All right, Rufus. How old are you? 35? Too old. Public order for military presence. Yeah, sure. I don't know if that counts because there is no military presence here, but I guess if they are here, you get a bonus, I would assume. Same thing here. Yeah, sure. And then this one, extra public order per turn. Cool. It'd be a good little peacekeeper. And actually, speaking of keeping peace or whatever, we're only at -1% or -1 public order. That's not too bad, considering we've really just settled the province finally. All right, let's end the turn. Let's keep continuing to push and go for Capsa. Ooh, we have an unassigned skill. Oh, Brutus leveled up after his battle. Increased movement range. Yes, along the coast. Increased ferocity and increased experience for the army. Attack and defense for levy units. Zeal, movement speed of all units. Wow. And second wind. Cool. Alright, new political election. This guy is ranked up. That's Brutus again. Conflict of the orders has been resolved, so pleasing a pleb is sometimes just as easy as angering one. In this case, a temporary tax reduction is sufficient to send everybody home. Their faces stretched into silly grins. Some patricians, however, seriously doubt the practicality of this solution. So -3% tax rate, plus 3% empire maintenance, and a -8 for all political parties. I guess these, especially if it says conflict of the orders, right? That's obviously means the plebs versus the patricians, I suppose. So I should often think, okay, if we're giving into the plebs, we're going to have a loyalty hit. So I really need to watch that loyalty. Happy plebs, though. Wealth from agriculture, wealth from industry, and +4 public order. So reduction in tax reduces the overall income of everything. So is it still a net gain? I guess, I don't know. Might be, depending on the province. Right. I guess you could just check your income. I mean, it seems to have gone down. So, right, so politically, how are we looking? Loyalty, 14, 16, 18, so they're still good. No problems there. Carthage actually put a small army into this town, so we'll just roll up.
Besieging the settlement.
Encircle, we'll have to fight that out. Is that all elephants? Why did I just see elephants in my mind?
Attack.
I don't know. I thought I saw 3 units of elephants, but clearly not. They do have these 3, though. So that's the full garrison, little fleet, garrison fleet, and then the small army that's... Must be nearby, actually. There's 5 units there, and then there's the 5 units that are inside. Cool. And then we have our navy coming in. We'll fight that out today. Why not? No movement from Mazeasley and Capsa. So, a little bit of cheese that we could do, which I wouldn't necessarily be against. We could attack this guy, and both will come out. He could just run away, but it could mean that we can push in and take Capsa really quickly. So I'd like to try and do that. We're going to use that tactic to draw these guys out, rather than take forever. So if we bring up our army just to here, get him inside the zone, about there. He could do with being a bit, yeah, further in there, actually, thinking about it. There we go. Now that we're in range, and we could commit to this. Alright. Now if he runs, and then we just attack the town as normal. But he didn't. Alright, we'll do this one instead. This will be an even more fun fight. So we have nearly 8,000 troops and against us, and we have about 6,700. But we're Roman. And we have Lucius Julius Liba with his cunning tactic to draw the garrison out, which does happen from time to time. Just save it in case we have any crashes or something. So we moved a lot in this turn. Let's go. Alright, so I've just loaded in. I was doing a little bit of rambling, so I decided to just cut that out and just condense my thoughts here a little bit better. I was playing around with the formations. I realized, you know, we've got this relatively new army, right? We swapped it into Brutus's roster, and he's now got, you know, 4 Principes, 4 Triarii, 4 Hastati, 4 Velites, and some cavalry to back it all up. So a good little standardized army here. And if we were doing, like, true Roman tactics, you know, I think you do, like, the Triarii at the very back, the Principes somewhere in the middle, the Hastati at the front, Velites on the wings, or, I don't know, around the sides a little bit, depending on that. That could vary, but, you know, anyways, it doesn't really matter where they would go. The point being, though, in this game, that kind of tactic doesn't really work that well, because I think in real life the whole idea behind that concept, and look, I don't know, was that the Hastati, or the lesser experienced troops, would be at the front, which I always thought was so strange. Why you put your like worst guys at the front? But I think the whole point was to kind of throw them into the deep end, and then the guys behind them are like kind of backing them up, and there's that like ego feeling of you don't want to turn around and run through the veterans, and also like, well, obviously you'd be scolded both verbally and physically for doing so, but like, I guess if you got these guys cheering you on behind you, it's a bit of encouragement as well, rather than if you're at the back and you're a little bitch and you're looking at the veterans dealing with hell, you're like, fuck this, I'm out of here, right? So I think that would be a big reason. It's like you don't want the less experienced guys getting terrified and running. You want to have like layers behind you. Anyway, I was just trying to verbalize that. I think in this game, that'd be quite an interesting type of mechanic if you had a sort of... Right, the general has a radius. Our radius is huge now. It's this blue line that goes like all the way out here. It'd be kind of interesting if you had little blue lines coming out of these guys, little radiuses, radii, around your more veteran units. And the bigger the veterancy, the bigger the radius. And if you're nearby other troops, they give morale bonuses. There is morale bonuses anyway for being near people and flank secure and that kind of thing. But I was trying to think of like, how could that be represented in this game? I don't know. Now, like I said, in this game, it's not really the most effective way to do things, but just for this battle, we'll do it anyway. To some degree. Right, so we have our Hastati pretty much there at the front. Put our Principes just behind them. Starting off, we've only got a little pocket of a few units actually to fight, so this is probably not just going to fall apart soon enough anyway. So we'll put the Triarii at the back, but slightly out to the edges. Collapse these guys in. And they can be used to fire missiles. In fact, we'll just bring these guys out a little further. Let these take up a bit more room. People have wondered, by the way, what the hotkeys for that. Control and then the arrow keys allows you to change the rank and file of units. That was introduced in Empire Total War. Although actually it might not have, the hotkey I think was different then, but the whole rank and file system, I guess. Alright, let's hit start. Our army, other army is going to be coming up behind us, but we'll just start marching with these guys anyway. So what we expect to find is the Mazizli allies and the garrison are going to be coming in. So this is the whole trap that we're setting, right? We see these guys, we spotted them, we're going out to attack them, and they've, I guess, sent a runner to the town, if you want to think of it that way. Over there. Can we see the town, actually? I'd be really disappointed if we can't. I'm going to say that that's it. Maybe it's just somewhere out there, I don't know. It should be in the direction they're coming in from. So we should be able to see it there, but I can't see it. Disappointing. And then we have tiles not loading properly in the far distance. Not that I could complain about that. It's really far out, I guess. Anyways, right. So I suppose if you're trying to be immersive and say, like, how did this happen? It's like, we spotted this small contingent. They sent a runner to the town. The town's now going to bring an army out. And they've decided to go and help them rather than to do a Vercingetorix and just let them bleed behind their walls. Which is probably what they should do. Now their general is bailing. He's like, yes, the army are here. And we could run forward and try to deal with these guys super quick. Maybe I'll just tell the cavalry to walk. Position the other army on the edge of the hill so we're ready to attack those guys. Might tell them to run as well. They seem to be running, so I'm going to run. Now, forgive me, but I believe it's Lucius Libo and it's Agrippa, is it? Equites Consulari. No, he's here. Yes, it is. Gnaeus Agrippa. Nice. Alright, cool. What are we going up against? Numidian Guard. So that's a pretty good unit, actually.
Look to your men now.
Wow, 3 units of Numidian Guard and the Numidian Mercenary Skirmishers. Kind of fall. I mean, we can just deploy along this hill. That'd be great. Alright, I tell you what, the Hastati can actually go frontline against the incoming units down that way. Widen out. The Principes will run forward to deal with these guys. Backed up by cavalry, going around the wing. Triarii, I don't know. Just go somewhere in the middle. Equally able to respond to either side. The other army's running up behind us now, so we're okay. I'll be a little tired from this run, but it'll be worth it. What we have there, very light missile units. They've got some, what looks like mob. What is it? Farmers, artisans, and tradesmen. Yes, I guess so. The African villagers. Oh my god, we could just decimate them on a charge going downhill or something.
In service to Rome. Advance at speed.
Alright, they still haven't moved, so we'll just commit to the attack against each one. I suppose you could throw the javelins first, why not? Soci equites extraordinari. Let's go through this little gap. And then we're just going to try and crash down into them. Some of these missiles are firing already. You can hold your ammo. Don't waste it on villagers. No offense. Alright, they've thrown their javelins. Let's just run forward. And the cav will just spread out behind. Get ready for the attack. Right, let's go. Your shock cavalry, they're aiming basically downhill, so this is going to be a bloodbath. Here we go. Oh my god, stop firing, stop firing, stop firing. Only hit your own men. Always have to tell you that. Hastati. They don't know what they're doing. The lesser experienced guys. How's the fighting looking? Looking good. Everyone's 1-to-1. Let's go to the edge unit and we'll do the flying wedge formation.
Cavalry ready and willing. Ready for orders. Equites.
That should be an easy break on that one. Generals here. Just pull back from them for a second. No way have we actually taken losses with these units. I don't believe it. If we have, it's just purely missiles. Let's see if we can encourage them to come up this side of the hill a bit more, because they are banking to the left fairly significantly. What do we got? We got more Hastati here that can run out to the left.
Heavy horse at your command. Melee infantry.
Alright, they basically all broken. Just give a tiny little chase with some of the cavalry.
Melee infantry ready.
And finish them up. Right. Triari. They can head back this way. See if we can kite them up the hill a bit with our missiles. Can we start throwing actually now? Yeah, just get a little closer. You guys can turn back on fire at will. Godspeed. Bring our cavalry away. That's a nightmare. That's such a hill to have to go up. Alright, what else do we got here that we can make use of? We got cavalry that we can station out on the right. Let's collapse these units in just to bring our formation together a bit better. We've got pike units there as well. And the archer units. Oh yeah, I forgot about the archers. These are our cool spear archer guys. What happened to them? They all turned sideways somehow. Don't know how that happened. Is this area done with? Let's just finish them off. Do we have cavalry here? Oh, there they are. I feel like I should have another cavalry unit here, but I can't remember where they've gone. Oh, it was just the general, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Alright, the lads are holding well. That is a body of missiles if I've ever seen one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 units. 13, 14. You are just going to get in there and disrupt that as much as you can. Right. Fire at will. Godspeed for the archers. Fire at will. Godspeed for the velites. The Numidian cav is firing on me, so we're just going to move forward with these guys. And we'll try to hold this part of the hill. So we're chasing the cav downhill. Our cav is going to come in and see if we can disrupt this. Certainly, some of the missiles, the spears, or whatever are going to break off and come at us, but I think it's just too big of a body to not at least disrupt, and that way they can't fire as long as they're moving, right? So do something to them. Wish we could give ourselves a boost of speed. Turn to the right. Oh, they're throwing into the general. Good on Agrippa though, you know, he's not afraid, he's getting in there. Keep going. This is so many missiles actually that this might not have been a good idea. Because they could just turn and start firing on us. Do we have any more cavalry available? That seems to be it. These guys. Oh, there was another cavalry unit. I knew it. I knew it, but I didn't. Didn't trust myself. Alright, some of those are breaking. Sorry I couldn't zoom in on any of that because it's just... I need to make sure that they're all continuously firing. You guys head out this way now. Let's get the Triarii to move up. Right, you guys, yeah, that was great bringing them down because they can just stay busy down there now. How's Libo doing? Just boost everybody. Keep everybody locked down. Boost. I'm seeing missiles firing all the time.
We are at your command.
Stay in the fight there. If we do this, we can maybe see what's going on a little bit better. Fire missiles on their cavalry because their cavalry is missile cavalry. Our general is in the thick of it. I'm a bit worried about him, actually. What are we against over here? It's just cavalry, isn't it? Can't we just get involved?
General,
If he dies, that'd be Libo. Out of it. This unit's been absolutely tanked as well. What's that? I guess they're just getting hit by missiles probably all over the place. Can we go forward, please? Thank you. Alright, we're getting stuck in. Or I'm trying to, anyway. Alright, cavalry's locking them down, bringing this cavalry unit across. This is Agrippa. I don't know if he's alive or not. By the looks of things, he is not. I think Agrippa has perished. Agrippa's dead. Damn. I underestimated the amount of missiles. I thought we could just kind of box them all up, keep them locked down, but they've just been constantly turning and firing on us, so maybe should have thought of that. Damn Numidians. Look at them, yeah, it's just after getting peppered over and over again. They keep stopping. I don't have guard mode on, but they like give up the fight for some reason. I don't know why. Like, why are you stopping? Did I misclick? Did I click the ground and not the unit? Maybe. I'm surprised their missile units are doing so well in combat as well once they're in there. It's just not enough cav. Wildly underestimated the amount of cav we would have needed to pull that off properly. Fun fight though. Super fun fight. Alright, you guys get going forward. Where's Libo? Is he okay? As long as Libo's okay, I guess it's not too bad. An improved inspiration. So those units are just gone. Cavalry's out of it. Jeez. We have to get some of that Numidian cavalry for ourselves, I think. See, I'm afraid to turn around because we just get fired on so much, but we gotta get out of here, actually. Libo is gonna die if we're not careful. Oh my god, he's getting peppered so hard. Just stay alive, man. He's still alive. I'm looking at the abilities. As long as he has the abilities, he's there. It's really the last unit we can get involved in over there. I do feel like everyone's on guard mode or something. I keep looking at units that have just stalled. These guys have all fired everything. The archers are done as well. Alright, they can stay back. A couple of units that are just chasing missiles now against the edge of the map. I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be really tedious because... Alright, well, first off, Libo just has to stay back. The other two cavalry units, they might be able to do something. Where are you? 3 cavalry units in total. Stay back on the hill. Fall back. I feel bad for these guys. These Hastati units are just going to have to keep chasing, but they're just going to keep getting kited away. And they're going to tire before the people they're chasing do. But if we can break some other people first, maybe their army will break overall. There's another lesson learned in terms of... Well, they had more missiles than me. I was going to say I could have fired my missiles into theirs, but they had way more. But mixing that with cavalry probably would have been the right thing to do. We got another unit here. Locked them down just about. Meanwhile, we're just getting smashed. Well, good job. For the enemy, I mean. What do you have? Oh yeah, we have the Ligurians. Got a few little missiles left. People are going to be questioning Libo's strategic decision making after this, after losing units out in the dunes. Wasting away his cavalry, his patricians, you know, not easy to get these guys out here, population-wise. I'm just surprised they didn't do that well in the bits of fighting we sent them into, I guess.
Spear infantry at your command. Astarte! Attack! Orders!
There we go. Actually surrounding me on that side a little bit. I'm looking forward to, in some ways, with a little bit of fear, the amount of kills these units got, because they clearly did well. Still haven't broken that unit. We smashed them in the back. Can't believe it.
Ready and waiting.
Get out of there then.
Melee infantry ready.
We need better cavalry.
Advance at speed.
It's not me, it's the cavalry, okay?
Brave Romans to a man.
Good news is, though, if not many of them get away anyway, it should be pretty easy to walk into the city at this point. Right, gonna run you guys forward then. You just get out of the way, I guess. They've all got missiles, so they can do something. I thought he didn't take too much damage, and I thought fighting on the hill they'd be gone way quicker as well. What is this unit? Numidian Guard. Yeah, damn. Get the general to go back over that way. Alright, we're in kind of mop-up mode now. Their general still is alive. We'll keep moving our units forward. That's all we can do. And bring the Ligurians up to maybe fire on their general if they can. It's the only ranged unit I have, really. I can't get over how our cavalry's just been decimated. I mean, I know they're a spear unit, but they're busy fighting a melee unit in the other direction. Jesus. Roman cavalry's been decimated today. Decimated. Total miscalculation on how they'd perform. So many missile units here on my left. African tribesmen. Numidian mercenary skirmishers. Someone needs to get over there and just get involved, I guess. Oh man. Right. Improved Inspire. Raise Banner. Second Wind do not have. Privy the army melee defense for an extended time. Oh, they're starting to break now. Chase him down. Alright, well, that's it. That's GG. I won't chase him down. I'll be fair. You know, they did alright. Barely made it out of that one. Alright. Bit of a rough battle, honestly. Made some mistakes. Agrippa, dead.
Forgive me, but I cannot.
Now, Agrippa. God, yeah, what was he part of? I don't remember. I feel like he was Cornelia. Well, I guess we'll just go with the best man for the job. Who's this? Lurco. Public order, wealth from culture, zeal. Let's go with the zeal general. So we're going to go with our boy, Marcus Attilius Regulus. So, he was Gens Julia. Oh, he was in my family. Oh, right. He married in, didn't he? Yeah. Died at the age of 41. Survived by his 2 sons and... Oh, no, 4 sons. Okay, cool. Damn, yeah. I'm so sorry, Quinctia. I mean, she's only 36. Maybe she'll remarry. We could do that, actually, thinking about it. Find someone else to bring them in. But wait. It's a little soon. Now,
Ready for orders.
That was Libo's fault. He's gonna have to go tell the families, really. This is the result. We can just easily walk in now. The only problem is our cavalry's so weak that I might have to fight it out. I could do that maybe super quick. It is technically a siege, though. So, I'll tell you what, we'll just save it, and then I'll auto-resolve and just see what happens. If we lose units, then I have to fight it out. We lost 1 cavalry unit there. And that's it. You know what? I'll leave it then. That's okay. That's alright. Because, frankly, we're going to get some better cavalry anyway. And these two can maybe just merge up into one and I'll get some local cavalry instead. So, oh my god, you can loot it for 1,000. Holy sh... You gain money from looting, but all the buildings will be... Yeah, let's do it. 17,000.
Ready for battle.
Alright, there we go. I mean, painful, you know, a painful victory. Miscalculations, I know, my mistake. I just saw all those missile units clump together and I thought, gotta have that. And just didn't really factor in that they'd spread out different ways. I didn't herd them properly. My bad, my bad. All good though. Fun fight. Fun fight.
Ready for orders.
And luckily, we're taking a little bit of replenishment now. Regulus will have to help us out down here. At least you didn't lose a different political party's unit. That would have been a lot worse. They're taking attrition here, though, which is a bit of a concern. And why is that? Just because of these... Nope, I don't know why. Oh, food. Probably is no food in the region. To repair these buildings. So this building, infantry tents, just get rid of it. Ooh, actually, what can we get here? Again, the Numidian Romanized cavalry. Maybe we could just start with that here, seeing as... Yeah, we're pushing into this province anyway. This building can be destroyed, and this one could be destroyed. An academy, military training. No. No, it's only experience for garrison, infantry, not cavalry. So we'll get rid of all that. Right, so that's our first foray into this region. It's going to be rough. We should turn off taxes for them as well. We can't get out of here. We just have to stay put. And we can't fortify or anything. Oh, we can. We can fortify at least. Might help attrition a bit, maybe. Ah, damn. Alright. Strabo. Legio 4, Africa. You can go up and lock this place down. Alright, well, he's not in the best position. Now, if they sally out to meet me, I think he could maybe do okay. Despite what's just after happening. And then here, we have the fleet helping us out, right? So we'll fight this one at the beginning of the next episode. I'll try to get my shit together, yeah? Because clearly my performance hasn't been very good. I'm going to take a boost of caffeine before I record the next one. I'll do way better then, I promise. Not that anybody cares. Alright, that's going to have to be it for today. I really enjoyed that battle. Sorry for f***ing it up a little bit. It's good to have things a bit more chaotic now and then, I would say. So, I think it makes things a bit more interesting. It slows us down. We have to rethink things, start losing units, but generally speaking, it seems like we'll recover most of our units. Not too bad. The real setback is losing a general, I would say. Alright, that's going to have to be it. Rest in peace, Agrippa. And I'll see you in the next one.